Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea. And we say good morning to all of you on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for looking at 5, 6, 7 minutes of 2 conversations. Today we got a bonus round, 3 conversations. Today, Rebecca Patterson held court at J.P. Morgan in foreign exchange. She had huge operational responsibilities at Bessemer Trust and then went on to a small firm in Connecticut, Bridgewater, to provide some huge value add. We were thrilled to have her in the studio today, particularly with her core foreign exchange foundational skills, I should say. Rebecca Patterson on Japan and the yen.
I'm a little more skeptical on Japan just because I think that their economy is still so dependent on the U.S. And if we have a bumpy landing in the U.S., it's going to be hard for the Japanese equity market to decouple. But overall, I think you want to stay, I know it's very obvious, but diversified. And geography is not enough. We saw this Friday and Monday. When the stuff hits the fan, correlations go to 1. Europe, Japan, they all sell off with the U.S., so that's not enough. You have to be thinking about your assets, sub-assets, the type of securities you own. I think that still includes treasuries and gold. And one place I would look at overseas right now, which I think has gotten a little bit ignored, is the UK. Very low beta equity market. Very good, attractive valuations. And I think we'll see, for the first time in a while, we have a grown-up government that might bring some stability. And stability would be a positive improvement. So that might be one to look at as far as a defensive equity position that you can get on sale right now.
Rebecca Patterson there on where we are. So many different opinions today. I just want to mention as an aside, Grown-Up Government was such a good band years ago. They played Grand Funk Railroad like nobody. Rebecca Patterson there, and again, yen 146, 147. Fascinating to see where we are in 90 days. I don't have a clue. What I do have a clue on is it's important to understand the research publishing of individuals and the nuances they take. Jason Trennert at Strategas, working for years with Ed Hyman over at ISI, putting out his hugely successful Strategas research team, including Dan Clifton. Here's Jason Trennert on a real value add within his note within this modest panic. Jason Trennert on market timing.
Market timing is very difficult, even for professionals. In my career, 35 years, I haven't seen too many people that are good at that. Even among the professional class, there's a handful. It's certainly very difficult for anyone kind of playing at home. It seems to me it is just too complex a market to do that, and whatever gains you might have would probably be worn away either by taxes or trading commissions. So the best thing to do longer term is, it's boring, it's cliche, is to stick with long-term companies, and as Warren Buffett said, my favorite holding period is forever.
Jason Trennert there, and that's a great quote from Mr. Buffett about forever. I can't say enough the importance of looking at SPX total return. First of all, as a general rule, 47% of the total return is from reinvestment of dividends. But away from that cliche is the basic idea of your bundled SPX total return given holding period, given 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year holding period. It's irrefutable how stable that improvement is as you hold over time. Jason Trennert there with Finance 101. We've got Team Olympic coverage. Thanks to State Street Global for helping us with our summer updates here of the Olympics in Paris. Thrilled to say Katie Greifeld's scheduled to be with us tomorrow with surveillance team coverage from Place Vendôme. She's triangulated between Dior, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton, so we look forward to that. But we really had to go deep here, which is, synchronized swimming. Rebecca Patterson on how hard it is to get your feet that far in the air.
Just like Christine Lagarde, I was a synchronized swimmer, so I'm all about that. Yes, that's another conversation.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Breaking news here. We got 3 minutes left.
No.
How in God's name do you put your feet up in the air like? I talked to Lagarde yesterday about this. What are you doing with your hands to get your feet that far up in the air?
Well, the technical term is sculling, but you're just moving your arms back and forth, almost like a little propeller. But let's get back to investors. Yes,
Would you do synchronized swimming in the Seine?
No, not in a million years.
Rebecca Patterson taking over the interview saying, Tom, lose the synchronized swimming riff. Let's get back to what matters. What matters is the view forward. Again, for those of you seeing this early, President Trump with a press conference at 2 p.m. will make news for both Harris and for Trump. That'll be interesting to see. Balance of Power will have coverage on that. We go to tomorrow. I am thrilled. Perfect Friday. Sweeney off for the 15th consecutive Friday. David Gura is scheduled to be with me on Surveillance tomorrow as we look at the international relations, the investment, the finance, and yes, the economics of America. From New York City on Apple Podcasts, this is Single Best Idea.